Hey everybody, this is David, and I'm going to be talking about Arrow, Season 3, Episode 9. What the hell was that, man? Ugh, let's just get started, okay? This is the episode called The Climb. Okay, first of all, let me start off by saying, I am filming this right after I seen the episode. Every time I do these reviews, I'm always like setting up my equipment right after, my camera, my microphone, my table, my computer, everything. So that way I can get to reviewing these episodes, and the way they just left this episode has my mind combusting, okay? Let's start from the beginning, I guess, okay? So, obviously, the League of Assassins are back. And how does this episode open? With Oliver climbing up a mountain. Now, we don't get where this is going quite yet. But as the episode progresses, we later find out that him climbing up the mountain, which is kind of an homage to Batman Begins, when Bruce is climbing up the mountain to go see Ra's al Ghul himself. We find out that this is kind of like flashbacks within the flashbacks. We kind of have like three sets of timetables going up here. We have Oliver actually climbing up to have the ultimate duel of the episode. Then we have the main story of Oliver being attacked by the League of Assassins, which was an awesome opening. Great way to start the episode. It's never a bad idea to have a good action sequence in the beginning. But Oliver is actually beaten pretty good, and he's threatened by Nisa al Ghul that, hey, you haven't found Sarah's killer yet, and we are going to bring you down if you don't. We're giving you like a couple of hours. I think she said 24 or 48 hours. But either way, we're giving you a couple of hours to like get this shit done and find out who is responsible for Sarah's death. And that's where shit really gets worse and worse from here on out. What I really liked was that Oliver finally finds out that Thea knows that Malcolm is alive and has been in contact with him, and we finally find out who killed Sarah, which was Thea herself, but she was mind controlled by Malcolm. She was under a drug that she wasn't aware that was controlling her. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed the flashbacks in this episode. This episode and the last episode, I really felt that the flashbacks are starting to pick up now, and they actually seem to be going somewhere, because in the beginning of the season, I wasn't too impressed with the flashbacks, but now, this episode and the last episode, the flashbacks seem to be getting more interesting, because now we see that Masio, or whatever his name is, I forgot the character's name, the Japanese guy, we see that he's now in the present day, and he's part of the League. Like, what's up with that, man? This is getting, this is getting really good. So now Oliver, he's confronted by Malcolm, and Malcolm is telling him, okay, if you want to save Thea, you have to tell Ra's al Ghul that you are responsible for Sarah's death. And, Oliver, to save his sister, because it wasn't her fault that she killed Sarah, he decides to go through with it and face Ra's al Ghul in this battle. Then we have Laurel in this episode, and, she's having her Christmas, get together with her parents. That was pretty cool. Dinah figured it out that Laurel is a crappy liar. It's funny that Thea is a better liar than Laurel. I just find that funny. But, yeah, Laurel still hasn't told her father. Oh my god, Detective Lance still doesn't know about Sarah's death. He's gonna find out probably in like season 5 that Sarah died. 2 years later, he's gonna find out, and like, what? You waited 2 years just to tell me? Oh man, it's like, Laurel, tell your father. Okay, your mother knows, she handled it pretty good. I think your father can handle it pretty good too. He's gonna pissed off the longer you keep this, bottled up. You better tell your father. I don't know what you're waiting for. But aside from that, aside from her not telling her father yet, she was tolerable in this episode. I liked her. There's episodes where Laurel can be really good, and then there's episodes where Laurel can be really annoying. This episode, she wasn't great. Like, she wasn't at her best, but she wasn't at her worst. So she was tolerable. I'll say that much. And it's the fact that she hasn't told her father yet. That's the only thing that's driving me insane. Other than that, she was good. Then we have Felicity and Ray Palmer. Those two are, cooking up some deals. Ray shows Felicity, not him, a suit that he's been working on. For those of you that don't know, Ray Palmer becomes the Atom. So we got our first glimpse of the suit, right? A little schematic of it, which should be cool when the final suit is done. I can't wait to see that. And it looks like we're going to need it too because, well, let's talk about that final battle, shall we? So Oliver and Ra's al Ghul finally go face to face. Ra's al Ghul, obviously not played by Liam Neeson, but still played by a pretty good actor, man. I actually, his first appearance, I wasn't like impressed by the actor, but in this episode, I actually enjoy the actor a lot more, and he really shows how much of a threat he is, especially in that scene where he was battling his own men. That was really cool and showed, like, this guy's got skills. But you know what? I kept telling myself, Oliver's gonna handle this guy, no problem. I mean, I knew there was gonna be some kind of, tough fight, but I figured Oliver was gonna get through it. And then what happens? Guys, Oliver gets stabbed. He gets killed. At least it looked like he got killed. Like, how are they going to explain this? And then he fell off the cliff. Ra's al Ghul threw him off the cliff after stabbing him and cutting him all over the place. It's like, how do you even survive that? I mean, just when I thought, like, the whole episode of The Flash yesterday was, like, insane, this episode comes and just, like, mind busts me. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. How are they going to explain this? We know Stephen Amell is going to be gone for, I don't even know how many episodes, but they said he was going to be missing for a couple of episodes. Do we even know that it's a couple? We know we'll be seeing him in the flashbacks, so where is Oliver all that time? Did he survive? What's going on? I have no idea. But guys, this caught me so off guard. So off guard. I mean, this tops the ending of The Flash yesterday. This tops any television show, period, when it comes to anything. I don't care if this is a superhero show, anything. Like, Oliver is the main character. What? Something has to bring Oliver back. What is it? I have no idea. But I have a feeling, because the producer said recently that something in this episode is going to change the show forever. Now, I don't think they're going to kill off Oliver. I don't see that happening. But what I do see happening, maybe, is the Lazarus Pit. I have a feeling the Lazarus Pit is going to come into play. Now, for those of you that don't know what the Lazarus Pit is, in the comics, Ra's al Ghul, he is very ancient. He has been alive for centuries, and he has used this Lazarus Pit to keep his youth and to keep him going for ages. And if he gets badly wounded, that can also help him stay alive. And I have a feeling maybe that's their plan. Maybe that's where they're thinking of going and introducing that into it and having Oliver come back to life. This is just my theory, though. I could be totally wrong, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm totally wrong, because I'm just hoping for things that might not happen. I mean, what if Oliver is dead? Will someone else take the mantle of Arrow? For sure not Laurel. I mean, that's going to be insane. But, like, how else do you bring Oliver back? This is, like... I did not see this coming. This was... Wow. Mid-season finale? What are they going to have in store for us for the season finale of Season 3, you know? This is big, guys. We don't even know if Oliver's alive or not. Man, and we have to wait till, what, February for this show to come back? It's going to be a long wait, guys. I don't think I can wait that long. Man, where's Guggenheim and Berlanti? Where are those guys? You better, all of you better tweet to them and tell them, like, what the hell's going on, man? Is the show over? Ugh. I'm obviously playing around a little bit here, but seriously, that was a badass mid-finale. Like, wow. I'm still speechless, guys. I gave my thoughts. That's all I have to say. I can't wait till the show comes back, and I can't wait to see how they address Oliver. Is he dead? Is he not? Or maybe his body wasn't found. If his body wasn't found, maybe he survived, or maybe the Lazarus pit will come into play, like I said. So until then, guys, have an awesome, happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that stuff, you know? Have a good one, because we just got an awesome episode of The Flash and an awesome episode of Arrow. If you're watching one, watch the other, because both shows are giving us awesome stories about these two awesome characters. Until next year.